Hello there, and welcome to patch 5.1 new dungeon, the Grand Cosmos. This is the first dungeon released in main scenario quest post Shadowbringers. You get to see familiar stuff that folks are rude to claim Vobot's property, but this time, instead of kicking a boss ass, you get to raid their whole castle. The first few mobs are inanimated objects that will spawn after you go near them. I would suggest pulling 2x2, as starting from now, mobs will hit harder than what you fight in Shadowbringers dungeon. The first boss is Seeker of Solitude. Look at the sides for zigzag broom formation. They are one of the mechanics where you have to be careful around. Shadow Bolt is a tank buster. Use cooldown as necessary. Immortal Anathema is a room-wide AoE damage. Tribulation is the fun part of this boss. This summons a few puddles for later mechanics. Meanwhile, boss will cast Dark Shock. An AoE attack consists of a few circles. Dodge it and get ready for broom mechanics. Broom will do a large circle AoE on the puddle, which is actually larger than puddle itself. Players will also get hit when staying in broom's path, so beware. Here is the illustration of the process. The broom will go across in a straight line in a zigzag pattern. When they reach on puddle, they will start spinning for AoE damage and debuff. Then they continue to the other side, while knocking players in the path, and add another debuff. The process will end when they reach the other side. There are many ways to counter. One of it is go behind a puddle, wait for broom to continue journey, then go behind another broom, to position out of harm's way. Dark Pulse is a stack mechanics. Stack up to share damage. Dark Wall. Marked AoE will happen right after. Split to avoid overlapping. These will be the repeating mechanics for this boss. Next, you will be wandering into the garden. Nothing special here. It is still the usual 2 packs per wall. So pull big if both tank and healer can handle it. The second boss is Lean and Sith. It has nothing to do with Star Wars, but since you are in a garden, prepare for some botanics. Storm of Color is the boss's tank buster. Cooldown is advised. Ode to Lost Love is a room-wide AoE damage. Direct Seeding is a skill that spawns interact objects and green tiles. Players must interact with objects and carry it to desert area. Failure to do so after a cast bar, and the seeds remaining inside green tile will spawn a mob. Future cast will also add a pushback mechanic, so position accordingly, so the tile that you got pushed is a desert. The mobs that got summoned should be burned down before toxic spout finished casting. I have yet to know the effects of failing it. Ode to Far Winds is a marked AoE and circle AoE. Players should spread out into the safe zone, which is a bit similar to second boss in the twinning. Immediately after, boss will cast Ode to Fallen Petals, which is a room-wide AoE with safe zone near the boss. These are all of the boss mechanics. Up next, you will be rushing back into the castle, which you would probably have a deja vu and screamed on Meg. The final area with a portrait will spawn a minibus. Beware, its AoE cannot be stunned and quite big. The final boss is Ifrit. Lucas. Scorching left or right is a very big AoE cleave. Watch the light on boss's blade and get to the other side to avoid the damage. Be careful when lure to the side, it might leave a small area to dodge. Otherworldly Heat is a red marker AoE. Spread and avoid furniture inside. It would follow up with AoE line, so get away from the boss right after. Captive Bolt will be follow up. It is a tank buster. Use cooldown. Mortal Flame is the blue marker. Players will be affected with DOT debuff. Move near the furniture to transfer the DOT and destroy the furniture. Fire Domain is a straight line AoE which attack players, then put a cone attack right after. The charge will be in sequence, so do not stand in each other's way. The ideal way is to go to each corner, so that the boss cone attack will be minimalized. Culling Blade is a room-wide AoE damage which summons new furnitures. Stay away from circle AoE. The mechanics will repeat and random afterwards. Thank you for watching this guide, and have a nice 5.1 patch. Sorry for spoiling on day 1, and have a nice day.